This is me. This is Allie. We're married, but our pop culture references go over each other's heads. So this is the show where we bridge our cultural gap. This is Allie Hasn't. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Allie Hasn't. Today we have...
Not Allie. Yes, Allie.
I mean, if it wasn't you, then I guess I'd have to rename it.
Oh.
What would I call it? Rosa Hasn't?
Rosa definitely hasn't seen.
No, I don't think she's seen one episode of Red Dwarf. And I am Doug. Today, we are watching Red Dwarf. This is a show that I grew up with. Do you know anything about Red Dwarf?
About those maybe red garden gnomes? I assume it's referring to the star. I think you've told me vaguely what it is about. Is this the last person, the survivor? He was like in a cryotube, or maybe we're just thinking about Futurama.
It sounded completely different setup.
Oh, is it?
It is a science fiction sitcom that came out in the late 80s and went kind of pretty solidly through the early 90s. Actually, it aired basically at the same time as Star Trek The Next Generation did. And it still comes back from time to time. They still make Red Dwarf every now and then. But
like
not as frequently. Yeah, they're still making them.
Oh.
Or at least they have recently, as a few years ago. But it is one of those things where it had a sort of its golden era, and every now and then they do a little revival thing. But yeah, I guess you don't know much about the concept, or apart from the Last Man Alive aspect of it.
No.
Okay. Yeah, Steve and my brother and I, we watched it a lot. It was like, I think it still stands as Steve's favorite show. And it's up there for me too. I love the golden era. More recently, Steve has been watching Red Dwarf with Scarlett, my niece / his daughter. If people can figure that out at home, do the math, and she's been enjoying it. So I like to think that yeah, it is good for newcomers. I do wonder sometimes about, again, I guess that's the premise of the show. Do these legacy things from my past, do they hold up to new people? And according to Scarlett, yeah. I don't know. Any expectations? Any thoughts?
Not whatsoever.
No? Alright. It's British as well. We're staying in England for this episode, folks.
Alright.
So that, I think that's not irrelevant information. There's a certain kind of humor that comes from England, so cool. Good talk.
Let's watch it.
She's stoked, everybody. She's just like bursting at the seams with excitement. Let's go. I kind of miss these old menus, but they do take up a lot of time. But
it reminds me of when I had the DVDs Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It was a really interactive menu. Games, like, in order just to be able to watch, like, it was either the bloopers or the deleted scenes or whatever.
The Shrek 2 DVDs were also really, interactive. Okay. Alright, now we are actually beginning.
What are we watching?
Oh.
Mister, have you ever been hit over the head with a welding mallet?
So everybody, we're watching the very first episode called The End.
Mister, don't hum and don't make any stupid sounds with your cheeks.
Oh my god!
Mister, one more sound, anything, and you're on report the ladder. What job number is this? Right, that's it.
Bring up, just that. Yes, sir. Your Todd want to get down. Indeed. No, just
Indeed.
Artifacts, and one count of mutiny.
Yes, sir.
Mutiny lister. I still got his top. It was an accident. I try and respect Rimmer and everything, but it's not easy because he's such a smeghead.
Did you hear that, sir? Hold on till you finish, you big league guy.
That was very David Tennant of him.
We're all gathered here today to pay our last respects to George McIntyre.
So who's the lead character?
This is a piece of music he specially requested. Start the tape.
I'd say let's start Rimmer.
Wait, so they're the lead characters. I thought it was one man that was alive.
Right, George. That was George.
Well, I guess you'll have to see about
I
that.
thought it was Mary Queen of Scots. You touch that guitar, Lister, I'll remove the E string and garrote you with it.
Can I do anything? Just okay for please.
I love how he is.
I have an exam tomorrow which I intend to pass. Yes, because they had a volcanic eruption and now most of Fiji's 3 feet below sea level.
It's only 3 feet, he can wade. That's why the animals are going to have to...
I wouldn't be waiting if you like a miracle.
Nice plan. Excellent plan. Brilliant plan, Lister.
Actually, they can't behave like siblings. This. Do you recognize one of those guys?
No,
This guy right here?
no.
He's back.
Peterson.
Yep.
It's
Folks,
The
today
Weasley's
is a
dad.
day for both sadness
Ah.
and joy. Do you have a cat?
No.
Have you got a cat?
That one.
Don't you remember what happened
I
on
have a cat.
Oregon with the rabbits? Lister, a loose animal aboard this ship can get anywhere.
And that's Todd Hunter.
No, that's second definition rimmer.
Oh, yeah. I didn't recognise him without his report.
So he did. He died.
What was
Yeah.
Rimmer doing in his ride room? And what about Chrissy? What about Chrissy Kachansky?
She's dead, Dave.
Oh, way.
I don't suppose it's any consolation, but if she were still alive, the age difference would be insurmountable.
She was part of me plan.
Well, technically speaking, yeah.
What you mean, technically speaking?
Oh.
Hey, Lister. Long time no see.
Rimmer, you're a hologram?
I'm not really me, don't you see? I'm a computer simulation.
It's like
of me.
the Ed Graf
That's
of
me there,
Cyberpunk
that pile of albino
2077.
mouse
He's
droppings.
Keanu Reeves.
Ah.
Lots of people have
There you go.
died. Lots of people have died and gone on and done really, really well.
What is happening? See James Brown or something? What is happening?
Better make myself look big.
Is he the cat?
Fearsome. I was fearsome. Me and my shadow. Oh, come on, boy.
During the radioactive crisis, Dave, your cat and her kittens were safely sealed in the hold. And they've been breeding there for 3 million years and have evolved into the life form you just...
I don't get it.
Yeah, so that's kind of the setup for the series. So yeah, one thing it didn't really mention so much in the first episode was how the size of the ship, Red Dwarf, it's like the size of a city. It's huge. It's a huge mining ship.
3 million years from Earth, the mining ship Red Dwarf.
They had lectures like first thing in the afternoon. We're talking 12:30 every day. Who's together by then? You can still taste the tea.
That's such a British thing.
Well, unlike you, Lister, I have
Half
ambitions.
past 12.
La meilleure aspectas
What is Esperanto?
Provos la coquille d'argent.
It was,
Ah, no,
it was
this is
supposed to be
why I
like a
think,
universal
The
language.
menu looks interesting. Lasts longer than any other type of milk, dog's milk.
Why?
No bugger to drink it.
By God, we'll rescue these fair blooms, or my name's not Captain A.J. Rimmer, space adventurer.
Thank you, Captain. Space adventurer.
Ah, first in the shower room. Yeah, I'm so excited, all 6 of my nipples are tingling.
What's wrong with him? We're on a mission of mercy. We're taking in urgently needed medical supplies. We're not on the pull.
He looks nice.
You're really trying, aren't you? You're wearing all your least smeggy things.
Why is it always about smegma? What is it with Brits and
That
smegma?
t-shirt, Lister, with only 2
Oh,
colour
this
stains
smeg
on the
is
front, you
like
only
the
wear that on
catchphrase of
special
Red Dwarf.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you'll
Topped up to the nines. Then.
Why, you haven't touched your soup. Wonder you're beginning to look so tasty.
There's an episode of Criminal Minds that was just like this.
Oh no.
They seem eating like that. Miss Tracy?
Jonathan Frakes was in it.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Oh no. I always half expect her to say, I feel good!
It's gonna be a little bit of that in the performance. I
A
think.
spacesuit with cufflinks.
I made it myself. I didn't want to mess up my hair.
He wanted 2 pairs of socks.
What for?
One pair to put on his feet, and the other pair to roll up and put down his trousers.
Why? He can't get laid!
Yeah, it's true.
Also, how is he wearing anything if he's going through things?
It means he had to specifically request that Holly
How lovely to meet you.
pack in the socks because it's all light. It's all.
What a delightful craft you have.
I don't know whether it's the time or place to say this, but my mate Ace here is incredibly brave.
Slag off, dog food face.
And he's got just tons and tons of girlfriends.
I'm warning you, Lister. They're dead.
Who's dead?
They are dead. They're all dead.
My God. I was only away 2 minutes.
They've been dead for centuries.
I was created to serve. I serve, therefore I am. That is my purpose.
All right,
to serve
Descartes,
and have
calm down.
no regard for myself. You begin to sound like my mum.
Oh, he's bad.
A little rusty. Oh yeah, I don't think we've seen much of them. But those are the Scutters. They're the circus droids.
What the smagging hell is going on?
There's a lot of smag. This is just gonna be a lot of smag in this.
Your boxer shorts, Mr. Davidson. No way are these my boxer shorts. These bends? I threw it away, sir. But I was breeding that mold.
Oh!
His name was Albert. I was trying to get him 2 foot high. Why, sir? Because drives Rimmer nuts. And driving Rimmer nuts is what keeps me going.
Oh, dang!
I think it'll be best on that wall, sort of dominating the room.
Drop dead, Rimmer.
Already have them.
Encore. You never get a cat to be a servant. You ever see a cat return a stick? I'm rebelling.
Rebelling?
Smack the brain. I need your bite. You got it? Swivel it.
Look at that.
Oh, that was a lot funnier than I was expecting.
Oh really? Oh okay. Okay, well I'm glad it actually made me
A
laugh.
surprising amount of use of variations of smegma.
Yeah. I didn't have any idea what smeg was before Red Dwarf, and I don't really hear it used outside of Red Dwarf too much. So where did you hear smeg before? Was that a Gavin thing?
Yeah, Gavin and Jeff from Achievement Hunter. They wouldn't use it a lot, but that's where I heard it from.
I just
What's wrong with you people?
apparently in the century that Red Dwarf takes place in, smeg is just the common.
Oh, clean your foreskins! I don't get the cat.
You don't get him?
Why is he there?
Because
He's Cat James Brown.
Yeah. So he's just there. Whatever. Why does anybody have a
All 6 nipples are tingling.
Why are any cats anywhere? to be there, to take up space and be funny.
And for some reason have developed like this Christian like doctrine.
I loved the cat when I was growing up. I thought it was the funniest character. One thing that I've come to really appreciate with time is the dynamic of Rimmer and Lister, and the fact that like they have this sort of contentious sibling-esque relationship. I guess maybe it's me as a second-born is that Lister just loves to just irritate Rimmer. He just loves it.
This is actually the thing I don't like about the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, like, realistically, it would make for a boring show, but it's just, I've never liked people who just, like, constantly bickering all the time.
Okay. Well, yeah.
And, like, seeking out to humiliate someone. It's just not something I've ever been interested in, and I don't like it.
You know, and I also feel, I do agree on a point of that. That does seem a little bit more of an older kind of style of humor, where I think...
It reminds me of just, like, oh, the husband doesn't, like, he's like, the old ball and chains, call me back home. Just like, really?
Oh, yeah.
It's a trope that I think is very much in that era.
What I will say also, it is interesting as the show goes on to see how their relationship changes.
Yeah, I only saw 2 episodes, and not to say just like, oh, it should be different. It's just not a dynamic I'm particularly interested in, that's it.
Yeah.
It's not what makes the show for me. It's otherwise very funny.
Yeah. So the first 2 seasons are very distinct from what happens afterward as well. Season 1 and Season 2, we only saw the first episode of each season. Mm-hmm. They're very much more of a sitcom.
I just started thinking about Lister getting ready and then just like the joke with the sock. I was like, dude. It's so gross! Oh! And then the mold!
You know, it's kind of amazing. I did watch this pretty young. And yeah, there's definitely a lot more jokes that I get now that I'm older.
Yep.
It is a very adult show. Season 1 and 2 are very distinct in that they're a little more leaning on the sitcom side, where Season 3 and beyond, there is a bit more of a space adventure aspect of it. By Season 3, the art design and things really change.
Oh.
It leans a little more into the sci-fi, which I really like. But there's also something really special about those first 2 seasons as well, which because they're so different, it relies much more on the characters interacting.
Yeah.
Whereas Season 3 and beyond, it is more
story-driven.
More story focused.
How many how many episodes are there per season?
6 per season.
Oh, that's it. So nothing like committing to Star Trek.
No, because there's much more in line with regular British television, where there's except for the soap operas, which just keep going and going. A lot of British shows, there's really just a small amount of episodes. But yeah, but at the time, yeah, this was very typical of
This is fun. I would like to watch the rest of these.
Okay, great.
But I was first with the first episode. Obviously, it's a pilot, so you give it with a lot of grace.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, the second episode's really funny. 6 nipples. I don't know why he's there. I'm not complaining. I don't know why he's there, but it's funny. He is the product of the cat evolving all the way down to like a humanoid.
Yeah.
Is that why they had a black cat from the start? So you'd be played by a black cat or black actor?
Maybe. I mean, that would make sense, I guess.
Oh gosh, wait, if it was just that one cat and then the cat had all those babies, that's a lot of...
Inbreeding?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's a very inbred cat. Apparently, Allie likes Red Dwarf. That's honestly, I wasn't sure if you would, so that's a big win for me. I was like, I don't know, is this humor gonna kind of gel?
If I had only watched the pilot, I'd be like, I don't know if I'm interested. The second episode won't be over.
Yeah. The pilots are always burdened with the task of trying to
and that's why
set the stage.
It's the same thing. Like when Kim tried to get me to watch Haikyuu, she had me first watch the first episode. I'm like, it's fine. And then, but it's always the rule for me where like if I'm watching a pilot, I always watch the first 2 or 3 episodes because the pilot doesn't always get it. It's just trying to get the show running, and that wound up being like my favorite anime.
So everybody, have you seen Red Dwarf?
Or Criminal Minds?
Or Criminal Minds? Let us know in the comments down below. We would love to hear what you think of this show. Thank you so much for watching Allie Hasn't. Bye. How are your 6 nipples right now, Rosa? Are they tingling with excitement for dinner? She's like, don't talk to me about my nipples.